Deportation is one of the most misunderstood parts of the US immigration system. Many people believe that someone can be removed from the country overnight. Well, that's not true. In reality, the process usually is much longer, more complex, and involves several legal steps. So, how does US deportation actually works? Now, let me break it down for you. This is Navibal and you're watching TimesXP Immigration Desk. In the US immigration law, deportation is officially called the removal, and it is the legal process through which the US government orders a non-citizen to leave the country after determining that they are no longer allowed to remain inside the United States. Clear till now. Now, removal proceedings are generally handled by the Executive Office of the Immigration Review, which is EOIR, where the immigration judges decide whether someone can stay or must leave. Now, the process often begins when the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, believes a person has violated immigration laws. Now, this could happen after overstaying a visa, entering the country without authorization, maybe violating the visa conditions and committing a certain crime, and also receiving a final denial of the immigration benefits. However, being detained by the ICE does not automatically mean that someone will be deported. In many cases, the government first issues a notice to appear, a legal document explaining why it believes that the individual should be removed. The person is then scheduled to appear before the immigration judge. Then, during the hearing, both the government and the individuals have opportunity to present the evidence. Now, the immigrants can hire a lawyer, although the US government does not provide one free of the charge in the immigration cases. In most of them, by the way. The judge then decides whether the person is removable under the US immigration law or not. But even if the removal proceedings begin, the deportation is not always the final outcome. Depending on the circumstances, some individuals may qualify for the legal protection, such as the asylum, the cancellation of removal, adjustment of status, and temporary protected status, and in the last, the forms of immigration relief. If the judge rules against the individuals, there is often an opportunity to appeal the discussion before the Board of the Immigration Appeals, and in some cases, the federal court may also review the certain legal issues. Only after all of these options are exhausted, does the removal order finally become final? Well, not really. At the last stage, ICE is responsible for carrying out the deportations. The method of the removal depends on the case. Some individuals leave voluntarily under the court-approved agreements, while others are escorted out of the country by the immigration authorities. One question many immigrants ask is whether holding a H-1B visa or a green card completely protects them from deportation. Well, the clear answer is no. Temporary visa holders may face a removal if they violate immigration rules, overstay their authorized period of stay, or lose lawful status without another legal bias to remain in the country. Even lawful permanent residents, a green card holder, can in a certain situation face a removal proceeding, particularly if they are convicted in the specific serious criminal charges or commit immigration fraud. However, the US citizens cannot be deported under the normal circumstances. Now, another common misconception is that every immigration violation leads to deportation. And again, that is not true. Immigration authorities often prioritize enforcement based on the government policies, available resources, public safety concerns, and the fact of each individual cases. Not every violation results in immediate detention or even the removal proceedings. Well, for millions of the immigrants, understanding the deportation process is not just about the legal rules. It is about knowing their rights, the responsibilities, and available legal options. What are your thoughts on this? Make sure to comment down below.